guys, me, OptimusPhillip, and today I'm taking a look at the Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Voyager class Autobot Blaster figure. Blaster transforms into a Cybertronian communications truck. I'm not seeing very much communications equipment, but maybe it's some kind of enclosed equipment. It's a truck. So he's not bad at all. He's red and gray, kind of like Blaster should be. Yellow on the front windshield thing. Do like the design here. I love the attention to detail they paid with that. Although being a bit of a purist, I do wish the Autobot symbol were red, but I don't mind the white. So he's pretty basic, nice compact vehicle mode, and for comparison, here is Soundwave. Just you can see the differences. As you can see, the first thing you're probably going to notice is either the guns on the roof. As you can see, this one's very Blaster-esque, this one's Soundwave-esque. Or maybe it's the front section, which is a thin, clear purple piece with a gold outline on Soundwave. Right above a set of moving spikes, unlike on Blaster, which is just solid yellow plate with silver on the bottom. And going around to the side, you can see the wheels are also different. Yep, those are really the only differences visible in vehicle mode outside color scheme. But all in all, not a bad figure. And now he rolls fairly well. And now onto the gimmick. Now, the big thing with these guys is these are updates to the old-fashioned cassette player figures. And you push the button here, get this whole flush and everything. Push the button, and you get in there a really deep cavity that can launch data disks. And of course, Steeljaw does not transform like he's supposed to. Hang on. There we go. So, here you have Steeljaw as he is right after the gimmick is activated. There is some manual transformation involved. You have to flip out the tail and undo the legs and everything. It's kind of a bummer, but I don't mind it that much. Now, the head sculpt is really nice, very much Steeljaw-esque. Love all the mold detail and the going through the top, and of course, even though this is the Ravage mold, there are a lot of retoolings. Most of the colored plastic has some difference. The only exceptions really are these front legs, which look exactly the same as on the ones on Ravage. Oh wait, no, those are a little different. It's the hind legs that are the exception. And the tails. The tails are also the same between the both of them. But otherwise, all the parts that are yellow on Steeljaw are at least a little bit different from Ravage. Which is a nice touch, although they are basically the same. Now, like I said, the data disks are supposed to auto-convert when you launch them out of Blaster's chest. Steeljaw is a bit tight in there, so it doesn't really work as well on him. But it works with some of my other oddbot cassettes. Or data discs, I'm sorry. Yeah. Apparently no one knows what a cassette is anymore, so they have to do something different. And what they did is pretty nice. And this is the only data disc so far that I own that really has no change to the pattern on the front. I'm not sure how well it's coming across on camera, but the patterns are identical. They tried to make it look different by swapping the colors. There's like making the lines that are silver here the darker color on here, and making the brighter color the fill-in spot color, but yeah, it's pretty obvious that they're the same pattern. Well, fairly obvious. So, yeah. Anyways. Now, people say that you can store 3 data discs in there. You really can't. I mean, on both Blaster and Soundwave, at least for me, you can only really fit 2 in there. You can kind of fit a 3rd one in, but it sticks out a bit. Like I said, that's not just a thing about my figure, it's also there on Soundwave. But anyway, not a huge deal. I normally have him displayed with the data discs standing around him anyway. So, yeah, I think that's really all there is to say about this mode. So, I'm going to go straight to the fan-made boombox mode. So, you want to start by making sure this is down. Now, I don't really know who came up with this, but I've seen it around. It's a cool mode. Just know that it was not initially my idea. Anyway, just flip up the feet and untab the legs, or what'll become the legs, and then just getting them out of the way, take this piece and flip it down and round, and then just bring this all the way back and down, what's up, and this kind of will serve as a stand. And bring these pieces up, then bring the front wheels back, and then just do whatever the heck you want with these. I like to kind of just tuck them away as much as I can. Rotate these all the way around and out. Turn it while become the knee. Bend this, flip this around, then just raise this up as far as it'll go, and then fold the foot down, and there's one of the speakers. Same on the other side. And there you have the boombox mode. Why not? It's a fun little mode, and it looks like a boombox, at least to me. And one thing that I like to do is I like to fold out this hand and then just put the gun in there, and it kind of looks like a little antenna, and it's pretty good. And for comparison, here is the Soundwave version, and I'm gonna have to go handheld to get them both in shot. yeah, you can see the differences. And you can also see the difference in what I do with the guns. On Blaster, I turn into the antenna. On Soundwave, I just leave it across here. Now, just getting Soundwave out of the way and actually getting the camera back on Blaster. It is a bit difficult to balance him in this mode. I typically wouldn't display him in this mode anyway, so... But it's there if you want it. So, getting him into robot mode from here, it's fairly simple. Fold out the feet, and then just bring the legs down, rotate him his knee, and just rotate this around, and then rotate this around, panning up so you can see the top, and now take these bits, raise them up, fold out the hands. In case you can't tell, these are going to become the arms. Split this roof section, exposing the head. Then split these apart, go around to the back, get this folded up and slid all the way in. Now pivot these shoulders up, then rotate this around, fold these back, then bring this down, rotate it around, get the fist into position. Now, the way you have the arm rotated, it's all up to personal preference. You could leave it like this, kind of leave a more cohesive forearm. I prefer to have it just like this. Get the arm, get this arm into position, fold this back, and then there you have Blaster in his robot mode. Now, in robot mode, Blaster is a really nice looking figure. I do have to admit he is pretty awesome. And zooming in on the head, that's just a gorgeous head sculpt for Blaster. Very G1 cartoon accurate and still kind of toy accurate in a way. Hey, this is really, I think, one of the best head sculpts a Blaster toy has ever had. So, overall, really nice looking guy, and as you can see, he is fairly large. For size comparison, here is what I've been using to keep my reviewing stage from closing in on itself. That really didn't matter, but that is the 25th anniversary DVD box set for the original cartoon. And as you can see, it barely is taller than Blaster's shoulders. So, if you're wondering how big that is, it's probably about the same height as a standard DVD case. Go into wherever you store DVDs and grab a box. That'll give you an idea of how big he is. So, but overall, he's not bad. And I do like that he is big because, as you know, due to production cost rising, Hasbro has had to start downsizing some of their figures. I'm glad that is not the case for Voyagers. And this is just a great looking figure. And Steeljaw at his side, he looks awesome. Just give him his gun to finish off the look. Most of the time I put my Transformers weapons in their right hands, but here, just due to the way this hand is sculpted with the finger extended, that is where I put his gun. Now, it's probably not the main purpose of the finger being extended, but to me it looks like it could also work as a trigger finger. But I think the real reason they molded it like that was so that you could get that classic tape ejecting button pose. Mostly meant for Soundwave, but you can still do it on Blaster. And yes, you saw that. You can make him push his own button. And just putting the gun into his hand. As you can see, he just looks awesome. Probably look awesomer with the chest up though. But yeah, he's just an awesome looking guy. Now that aesthetics are out of the way, let's take a look at posability and articulation. Now, articulation head is on a swivel, though it is really tight. But you can get it to go a full 360. Though it is kind of tight. That's not just this. And I think it's safe to say that yours will be like that too, because my Soundwave's head is about that tight. Anyways, shoulders rotate all the way around and move in and out. Not just at that joint, but also at this joint. And bicep swivel rotates all the way around. And elbow, fairly good range of the elbow. No waist joint, but the hips are universally jointed. Nice tight. And knee swivel, and of course that sound every collector likes. Really nice ratchets in the knees, and a little bit of foot pivot. So, all in all, he's a fairly nice toy. Now, the gimmick still works in this mode. And just to give you a better demonstration of it, I'm going to get my other Autobot quadruped, Ramhorn. And just stick him in there. Okay, that did not work as I had planned. Let's try this again. And there you go. He fell on his back, but he ejected and transformed. So yeah, it's mostly just Steeljaw. Now, I initially thought that it was just like excess plastic on Steeljaw. Then I looked at Ravage and saw that it was supposed to be there. Had filed it down a little, but obviously not enough to affect the gimmick. Anyways, just so the gimmick's there if you want. And you can, and just show you what I mean when I say that you can store 2 data disks in there. I'm going to take eject and Ramhorn. Don't have rewind and sunder yet. Anyways, people say that you can store 3 data disks in there. 1, hang on, 2, and now I'm going to try and fit a 3rd one in there. And let's see. And as you can see, it doesn't exactly sit flush. And that little bit of sticking out goes a long way for keeping him from closing his chest. Yep. And of course there's also the obvious large plunger sticking out of his backpack. So, but anyway, yeah. So you really cannot fit 3 data disks in there. And that's not just my figure. It's also happened with Soundwave. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here's Soundwave. And to show you what I mean, here we have Ravage, Frenzy, and Ratbat. Again, sticks out a little. And again, it doesn't close up. Oh, it doesn't close up properly. Maybe my copies of Soundwave and Blaster are just slightly defective. But yeah, it doesn't work with either of these guys. But anyway, let's get Soundwave out of the way here. But still, Blaster is a great figure. I've had loads of fun with him. And I've only had him for a day, and I am instantly digging him. Now, his light piping is also really good. Hang on. Got a flashlight here, and as you can see, excellent light piping. And I was looking at the sunlight coming in from behind him under the tree. I swear it looked almost like he was actually alive, which is always something you want to see with light piping. So that's Fall of Cybertron Blaster for you. And I must say, hey, with his minions at his side, he's a pretty awesome looking figure. And just to show you what I mean, there you go. Now, even without Rewind and Sunder, you can see that is a fairly awesome looking display. So, all in all, would I recommend you get him? Well, yes. This guy definitely belongs in your collection, as does Soundwave, and of course, he's not complete without his minions. So, would I recommend you get him? Absolutely. And with that, I end this review. So that's it. This has been OptimusPhillip. Feel free to check me out on Facebook. Check out my blog. Feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. Check out Teletraincast. And this is OptimusPhillip rolling out.